there, I'm Alison McDonald and I'm the marketing manager here at Protocase. Today I've got Doug Milburn, our co-founder and vice president. We're going to talk about our need for equipment operators here at Protocase. So to start, Doug, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Alison.
All right, so first off, why do we need equipment operators right now at Protocase?
Well, equipment operators are just really one of the backbones of Protocase, advanced manufacturing operation, a lot of sophisticated digital equipment, and we're expanding. Our sales have been continually growing, and means we need more bodies in here to get more done for our customers.
Okay, so what kind of machines are we talking about?
I'll just give you some examples of the major piece of machinery that we use. Lasers. So lasers use a really intense beam of light to cut sheet metal. Once we cut sheet metal parts, it needs to get formed into three-dimensional pieces. And we use two types of machinery to do that. One are CNC press brakes. So a press brake is a large hydraulic press that's got a computer controller on it. The other way that we form metal is use something called a folder. And very, very precise in its ability to form metal, precise and repeatable. Other machinery, we do machining, either mills or lathes. So mills are parts clamped into it, and we use cutters to remove metal and to create the part that our customers are looking for. And we have something else called routers, which are in essence a mill, but they're on a large flat table, so they'd be used on forming stuff in shapes in sheet metal and relatively thin material. And the other one on that is CNC Lathes. So CNC Lathes are pieces of machinery that the work is clamped in there. The work actually spins, and then tooling is moved very precisely around to cut parts with cylindrical parts, mostly cylindrical parts.
Right.
And another range of digital equipment that we use are called digital printers. And these are inkjet printers just like you might have at home, except they use a different ink technology, and they're much larger, and they can accommodate full three-dimensional parts. So we put product straight in there, and it prints directly in the product.
Okay, so that's a lot of different kinds of equipment, like you said, very varied. Sounds complex. It sounds really intimidating. Should people be intimidated by all of that?
It's interesting, you're talking large, expensive, sophisticated pieces of equipment, and absolutely somebody might feel a little intimidated by it, but the reality is digitally controlled equipment is actually easier to use, in terms of getting good product out, being able to step up, put stock into it, and get good product out. It's actually much easier to use.
Okay, so it doesn't sound as intimidating as originally thought, but what kind of skill set would you ideally be looking for an equipment operator?
Well, what we look for, when we hire people, we're looking for long-term employment relationships. So the most important thing for us is that candidates have the right attitude and the right aptitude. In other words, that they're coming in here and looking for the same thing we're looking for, is good, stable employment, making great products for our customers, and that they're going to find some satisfaction doing that. An aptitude for a digital machine operator, you should have some mechanical sense, a sense of how things work, and you'd be able to wrap your mind around making things. And on top of that, it's got digital controllers, so like great computer skills, and the ability to pick up how to use software, because it's just ultimately software can also get a giant video game, except it's moving real things inside.
Right.
So anybody who has an aptitude for that. Ideally, we would like to see people come with a full education. Example, if somebody comes with a CNC machinist resume, that's going to fit in very, very well in our operating our CNC machinery. However, we have a very competent training program, and we're very willing to train, individuals, as we say, have, really promising attitude and aptitude, and we're quite happy to train them from the ground up.
So let's give people a sense of what it's like to work here at Protocase. If they've never worked in a manufacturing environment before, or they've never worked, not even for manufacturing, but in a tech company like ourselves, can you give people a sense of what it is like to work here? What can they expect?
Well, it's a really interesting question. So Protocase is a rapidly growing technology-based company, But so it has a wide range of people inside, that range from, sales and marketing, through product engineering to research and development, software development, as well as our production group. So we're talking about the production group here. The production group is a big group now. We have over 80 individuals in there. Out of a company's total is around 180 at this point. So you walk in this company and right off the bat, you're just going to feel it. We are proud that the best clientele in the world in technology choose to come here and buy from us. So we reciprocate by looking after them. But we retain a relaxed and flexible atmosphere as much as we possibly can, because it's really important to us that our employees have the best experience they can possibly have. Mm-hmm. So if we're going to ask them to be fully committed to our customers, we have to be fully committed to our employees.
Thanks everyone for watching. If this sounds like an opportunity for you, please visit our website, protocase.com. Check out the job posting. Remember, even if you don't have the exact skill set, please consider applying. We are looking for the right attitude and aptitude, and we've got great trainers here to get you up and running. Speaking for myself, all I can say is Protocase is an awesome place to work. We've got great people, great opportunities, and we can live and work right here in Cape Breton, which is the dream, right?
Living the dream.
That's right. Thanks, Doug, for being here. Appreciate it.
Very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.